Questions have been asked and eyebrows have been raised. Did Alph Lukau, a self-proclaimed prophet and general overseer of Alleluia International Ministries, run away from the authorities, consequently from his church or South Africa? Is he a fugitive from the law? If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button to ensure that we notify you first and in time for any latest story we release. Please hit that notification bell. And do not forget to hit that like and share the video. It really helps us with YouTube and that encourages us to make more videos for you. Well, unlike Bushiri, another self-proclaimed prophet and leader of ECG, it is not as simple as it is to say, because firstly it is a known fact that Bushiri ran away from the law in South Africa. The courts subsequently withheld his bail and properties as a result, and in the case of Alph Lukau it has been allegations and rumors mostly from his detractors. Before we look at all the stories and rumors, let us first put all the facts on the table. Firstly, the South African police have not made public any case opened against Alph Lukau. The closest or any public case was one opened for the two suspects who were subsequently arrested for arranging the botched fake resurrection miracle. For those who do not know who Alph Lukau is, probably know this picture as it made headlines across the world after a claim by Alph Lukau and his team of a resurrection in the church. The resurrected man had since vanished and never made a public appearance, even after a lengthy unsuccessful manhunt for him by the South African authorities and the media post the worldwide public resurrection display. Secondly, and as confirmed, Alph Lukau had since left the country, quietly mid-2020 during the South African hard COVID lockdown period, and has since never came back. At this present moment he has been gone for just over a year. A first long-term absence in his South African ministry career, which may be the catalyst to all the claims and allegations. Many questions have been asked. Why has Alph Lukau never returned, and why did he leave just as he was renovating his new church premises? Alph Lukau was busy with church relocation after he had moved from Charles Crescent in Sandton, a venue he had occupied for years. Although the move from the premises is also shrouded in controversy, we will not cover that in this video. All we can confidently say is that Alph Lukau has never set foot in his church since it opened, and it has operated for over a year with a shrinking membership. The fuel to the fire, J. Israel, a former disciple or spiritual son as it is referred in charismatic churches, has been claiming that Alph Lukau ran away from authorities and has also asked and pleaded with the CRL Commission to investigate Alph Lukau and bring him to justice for the fake resurrection and many other alleged faked miracles. In this news clip by Opera News reads,
J. Israel Sr. recently started a Back to Christ movement that is basically exposing all that the fake prophets and pastors are doing in their churches to fake miracles. He started by his former spiritual father, Pastor Alph Lukau, and he exposed many miracles that were done there. J. Israel Sr. said in his Facebook page yesterday that Pastor Alph Lukau is running away from being arrested or accountable of what he did. J. Israel Sr. said he fled to Europe.
So if Alph Lukau did run away as it is being claimed by many of his detractors, why did he run away? What could be so dangerous for him or so scary for the self-proclaimed supremely anointed man? Well, there have been many alleged accusation of rape and sexual misconduct made against Alph Lukau, though many had been dismissed by the said pastor, and a lot of initial media reports retracted their statement, as it was seen here by City Press on this damning report that he had raped a woman in his office. The detraction read,
a source described as a married woman, who claimed the pastor made advances to her, which threatened her marriage. We also apologize for the misleading subhead in which read that allegations emerge of sexual abuse of young girls by man of God, since this were not substantiated by facts on the story. Lukau complained to the press ombudsman after the story. Lukau demanded sex from me, published on March 24. He complained the story was false, defamatory and made with malicious and bad intent.
The Ombud found that the broad allegations contained in the story were reasonably true and were presented as such. However, she found that city press should have done more to add credibility to the story by confirming more accurate details with sources and with the police, such as the age of one complainant and the police station at which she said she reported the allegations. There have been many alleged accusations of rape, and while some reports were dismissed, there were some that has been unanswered and left us baffled. Another woman has laid damaging claims of rape against the pastor. Is this one of the reasons for his alleged escape?
Yes. My name is Alph Lukau, and I do it on purpose.
My name is Nozipo, and I was raped by Alph Lukau. My friends came home to my place one day and invited me to go for a service at his church. I come from Belleville. So we went to his service. During the whole service, he kept on looking at me. He kept on looking in my direction. And it was during the time he was giving a word of prophecy, and I thought he had a word for me, but he didn't say anything. As we were about to leave, his protocol security, his people came to me and said that the man of God had requested that I stay behind. So as I remained behind, they then took me and said, let's go to his office. He wants to meet you in his office. He has a word for you. So I obliged, because I thought genuinely the man of God has something to say. When I got to his office and I got inside, they locked the door from outside the room. The security guys locked the door from outside. Initially I panicked because I immediately panicked because I didn't understand why they were locking the door. When they then started to touch me, I got even more scared, and I started to cry, and I asked him not to touch me. But he kept on touching me. The harder I tried to fight, the more he came on to me really hard. So I eventually pushed him away. And as he backed away, he took out a gun that was tucked behind him in his shirt from the back. I had not seen it when I walked in because it was in his jacket. So he took it and he placed it on the side table and he looked at me. At that time I knew the only way I was going to get out of that room alive was if I let him. I tried to block what was happening from my mind, but you cannot run away from someone violating you and taking away something from you that you don't want to give. Alph Lukau raped me viciously. I was traumatized. I remember sitting there crying, not knowing what to do. And to make it worse, he then paid me like a cheap woman he had just picked up from the streets. He made me promise that I wouldn't say it to anyone because he knew where I stayed. He knew my family. He knew my area. And he has a big security detail. I knew I wasn't safe. If he has a gun, how many more do his people have? Honestly, the church is not supposed to be a place where you get violated like that. I had vowed never to want to remember what had happened ever again. I wanted to put it all beside me. But watching the rape case of Pastor Omoto going on, the courage that she had as she was testifying against him made me want to stand up for myself too. It made me want to tell my story too, so that other women can be protected. I know at least 20 women who have been raped by Alph Lukau. And I am ready to tell my story. I am ready. Because never again should women continue suffering in silence because of this man of God.
With all that being said, all this remains speculations, as at this moment we are not aware of any active case with the police regarding rape allegations or his warrant of arrest. Or should we rather say we did not physically see any police documents stating the facts? With that said, we cannot categorically say that there is none. The question remains, will we ever see Alph Lukau back in the country? Do you believe that indeed he ran away? Please let us know in the comment section. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button to ensure that we notify you first and in time for any latest story we release. Please hit that notification bell. And do not forget to hit that like and share the video. It really helps us with YouTube and that encourages us to make more videos for you.